building 2 prototypes now.
Okay.
All the fabrication's all done in Detroit.
Okay.
Well, the only thing we really have here is a design studio, clay models, and sort of our corporate offices are here. But the actual fabrication and engineering is all going on in Detroit.
Okay.
So we go up there a lot and do a lot of web conferencing and those kind of things. I'm going out there next week. So our 2 partners are K-Tech and Pratt & Miller. The bikers we're weird, man. We like touching stuff. We just do. You know what I mean? There's a connection that a motorcyclist has between his wrist and that rear tire that somebody in a car generally doesn't have. Even car guys are perfectly happy buying that car and never cracking the hood. Yeah. Motorcycles really aren't that way. Like, how many guys, when you go to a biker rally or your buddies that you ride with, like, just have the bike and it looks like it came off the showroom floor? I think it was important for us when we were doing this that we wanted to come up with something that was modern and efficient, but not a science project. You know what I mean? We don't want crazy, triple overhead cam. I mean, it's not a hover vehicle, it's a motorcycle.
Right.
And we want you to be able to look at it, and we don't want to do a lot of what you call splaining. Splaining. Do you know what I mean? I want to ride up on this thing, and somebody says, "Damn, that's a badass motorcycle." Not a, what the hell's that? I mean, there's a lot of motorcycles out there that are very beautiful, but they're so forward thinking that people just don't get them. And we didn't want to do a lot of splaining. We wanted to have something that's understandable, modifiable, and also bulletproof. So if you think of something like the small block Chevy architecture that's in every pickup truck riding up and down here, American push rod architecture, it's in that truck right there, and that truck, and and in my car, and then a lot of Americans' cars. That's something that everybody can understand, and every shade tree mechanic can say, well, I get that push rod, 90-degree architecture, cam in the valley, hydraulic valves, and everybody gets that. So we wanted something like that, but then we needed to cook in some sort of modern efficiencies. So we had the opportunity to start looking at super duper modern fueling, and we were able to tap into some of the technologies because our partners are all tier 1 to General Motors itself. So if you look at the modern Camaro and the modern Corvette, they have the direct injection. They think of the progression in fueling from carburetors to fuel injection. The next step is gasoline direct injection, common rail direct injection. There's 3 things that when we sat down to do this, we've been bikers a long time, and Brian and I have both ridden forever, and I've had pretty much every kind of bike out there. I've had tons of Harleys and tons of crotch rockets. I've had Italian bikes. I like vintage bikes, but we like everything. Yeah. And Brian's the same way. He rides a Ducati, but he's got Yamahas, and he's had everything. So we're enthusiasts. And so we kind of sat down. It was almost like little kids. Like, man, what would be the ultimate dream bike? Everybody did that with Matchbox cars and everything, So we said, man, we came up with this whole list of stuff. Man, we want to, relatively lightweight. We want high performance. We want long range. We came up with this whole list of stuff. We want a torquey engine at mid revs. We want a distinct look. We want comfortable seat. We want a windshield. We came up with all this list of stuff. And kind of the dust settled, and then we just kind of looked around, and we were like, well, shit, man, that's what people call sport touring bikes. So we kind of backed into it. We didn't say, oh, we're going to come up with a sport touring bike. We just figured out what would be the ultimate motorcycle for what we wanted. We call it a sport tour because it's a comfortable bike that you can ride a long range. I mean, so we live here in Birmingham. What's the application of the bike? Get your wife, get your girlfriend, or not. Get a couple days of clothes, ride to Chattanooga, ride to Asheville, stash the bags, kick ass on those roads, and then you don't need a chiropractor. There's 2 bikes. There's an MST-01, it's the base model. There's an MST-R. That's like the bling, got everything on it model. They both have really nice packages. The 01, it's got a Marzocchi fork, which is a totally top of the line Italian, beautiful triple adjustable fork. Rear suspension is a triple adjustable, again, monoshock. The premium model will have full set Öhlins, triple adjustable, top of the line race spec, best you can buy.
How is your V4 going to be different than, say, Honda Z4 or the Prius?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, it's going to be different because it's a push rod. It's a 2-valve push rod. We designed the bore and stroke such that the power comes on relatively low. You see a lot of these sport touring bikes, and their power's coming on at 8,000, 9,000 RPM. I don't know about you, but I'm on the tail of the dragon. I don't want to be shifting through gears like that. I want to put it in third and just go. Alabama needs it. The U.S. needs it. And I think just overall, motorcycles, where some of them are so far out and just so powerful and exotic, and then you have the other end of the spectrum, which is just dull. You know what I mean? Hopefully there's like a blend somewhere in the middle. Something that's cool, that you can understand, you can ride, you can get worked on, that's reliable, that's comfortable, that's fast, it looks cool. It's gotta be out there. So we'll see. Anyways, that's the guts of it, man.